Anderson. Here. Marsano. Here. Burbank. Here. Ferguson. Here. Bender. Absent. Green. Here.
Do we have any additions, corrections, deletions this evening to the agenda?
Move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right. First, we have the Citizens Advisory Commission up first. Come on up.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council and staff. My name is April Rattray and I'm Chair of the Citizens Advisory Commission. I'm joined by our citizen members. Kira Wolfile is Vice Chair, and also beside me is Rochelle Plaster. It's my pleasure to present on behalf of our group a brief update and 3 resolutions for council adoption. Since our inception, we have met 9 times. And 6 times since our last joint meeting in October 2023. For 2024, we are over 50% complete with our work plan, and we're bringing 3 resolutions forward for your approval. Providing policies for naming of parks, parks enhancements, and public arts and murals. For these policies, we have had multiple discussions over example policies and the direction that would be best for the city. The 3 resolutions include in order of the agenda packet. First, city parks and facility naming policy. The Citizens Advisory Commission has met and reviewed a number of different city parks and facility naming policies and have by resolution established the attached draft policy. Refer to your council packet, pages 29 to 32. The objective of the city parks and facility naming policy is to establish clear and consistent guidelines for naming or renaming public parks and facilities. This policy aims to ensure that the names reflect the city's values, history, and culture while promoting community pride and honoring significant contributions or historical events. The Citizens Advisory Board ensured these elements were both considered and included, providing a structured process for submitting, reviewing, and approving naming proposals. Second, the Park Enhancements Program Policy. The Citizens Advisory Commission has met and reviewed several policies for park enhancements and by resolution established the attached draft policy. Refer to your council packet, pages 34 to 38. The objective of the City Park Enhancement Program Policy is to outline guidelines for recreational opportunities while maintaining guidelines and an equitable review process. The Citizens Advisory Board ensured that policy provided a framework for funding, planning, and implementing park improvement projects, fostering transparency and community involvement. The Park Enhancement Policy will have compliance with the PROS plan and be considered for all projects that want to be considered for implementation with this policy. And third and lastly, the Public Art and Murals Policy. The Citizens Advisory Commission has met and reviewed a number of different public art and murals policies and established by resolution the attached draft policy. Refer to your council packet, pages 40 to 44. The objective of the City Parks Art and Murals Policy is to establish guidelines for the selection, installation, and maintenance of public art and murals. This policy aims to enhance the visual appeal of public places and promote artistic expression. The Citizens Advisory Board ensured that key elements were included, public versus city-owned property, and additionally ensure that public art projects are thoroughly planned, reflect community values, and contribute to the city's cultural and aesthetic landscape. We ask that the council review and adopt our resolutions. And as the council is doing budget planning, consider wayfinding and signage as we anticipate funding needed to support short-term improvements. And our next regular commission meeting will be on August 19th, where we plan to bring back wayfinding and signage along the trail. And we look forward to continuing to progress and build our future work plans and report updates in late 2024. Thank you.
Okay, you bet. Thank you. Thank you for all your hard work, all three of you.
You're welcome.
It's a lot to wade through.
Yes.
Okay. Get back to mine right here.
Mayor Connie is now on via phone.
Oh, okay. Connie, you can hear all right?
I'm asking her to unmute.
Oh, Councilmember Benner, can you hear all right? Send a thumbs up or something. Okay, anybody have any questions, comments?
Oh. Now she's unmuted.
Okay. All right, we'll take that as a yes. She can hear you. Brandon.
Just comment, I reviewed all three of these policies. I found them all to be excellent recommendations. So excited to see what you have for wayfinding and signage, and thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you.
The budget will be a little bit smaller than Pierce County's for wayfinding, I think. I can't remember what it was. It was very large for signs. But yeah, anybody else? Questions, comments, concerns? Okay. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And with that, we'll move into public comment. If anybody has any public comments, concerns, 3-minute time limit for anybody, and we'll have another opportunity at the end of the council meeting to speak.
Nobody signed up.
Nobody signed up, but anybody, no, like to speak? Okay, we'll have it again here at the end. Okay, committee reports. We'll go into planning commission. Member Arsono.
I didn't attend this week.
Oh, okay. All right. LTAC, Councilmember Bergerson.
Bergerson. Bergerson.
Yes.
Like hamburger. LTAC met on 6/26 and we had 5 applications to go over. Each application was rated on a point system based on the degree of tourism promotion. The applications recommended for city council approval for the 2024 cycle are listed below. Buckley Chamber of Commerce requested $13,715 to purchase permanent speakers to be used during numerous downtown events. They would place the speakers on building fronts or the city light poles. The Buckley Chamber of Commerce is interested in gifting these speakers to the city, which would involve placing the speakers on the poles, installing the main controls in the Buckley MPC, and the city would then be responsible for the electricity usage and maintenance. If the city agrees to accept such a gift, an MOU would be required between the city of Buckley and the Buckley Chamber of Commerce. The LTAC is recommending the city council approve this application. Buckley Chamber of Commerce will need to submit nonprofit documentation before reimbursement can be finalized. Buckley Downtown Association requested $7,850 to purchase fire pits, fuel, tables, chairs, a snow machine fuel, because snow machine's not worth anything if you don't have the fuel for it. Street games, promotional materials, and money to pay an event planner media consultant. The LTAC is recommending the city council approve $5,350 for this application. BDA will need to submit 501c documentation before reimbursement can be finalized. Foothills Historical Society requested $12,000 to provide exhibits, and they participate in multiple events downtown. The museum is open to all free of charge during normal operating hours and tours as requested by other groups such as schools, senior centers, and assisted living facilities. The information provided by the Foothills Historical Society continues to educate their visitors about the interesting history of our area. The LTAC is recommending the city council approve this application. Visit Rainier requested $12,000 to add the city of Buckley to their online marketing regional site. The cost would create the Buckley landing page, which would be visitrainier.com/Buckley. Visit Rainier would publish a multiple night itinerary and create free downloadable custom map. They would also produce 2 paid social media collaborations to highlight lodging, dining, retail, events, and attractions in our city. The LTAC is recommending the city council approve this application. Additionally, Buckley Veterans Memorial is requesting $5,000 for electricity, administrative costs, and brick supplies, which was not submitted via an application, but approved by council in the 2024 annual budget. After reviewing all applications, a motion was made and seconded to submit these 5 requests for city council approval. Buckley Chamber of Commerce, Buckley Downtown Association, Foothills Historical Society, Visit Rainier, and the Veterans Memorial. Motion was unanimously approved.
Okay.
Okay.
Rob,
Councilmember Bergerson, and I'm sorry you have not corrected me all these times.
you go there, but
Feel free to correct me anytime.
It's okay. It's
Bergerson,
Ferguson.
do you know what is the balance in the LTAC fund?
There was 310,000. And so I think we budgeted not to go over 64,000, which we stayed within that limit.
Second question I had on that is, are you aware, is Visit Rainier a Buckley centric thing or a corridor thing? Because we lie in the corridor to get to Rainier.
Right,
Multiple ways. We go to Mowich, we go up there.
right. So it is the Buckley corridor. It highlights when people are visiting Mount Rainier, then it will highlight the cities on the way if you're part of their platform.
So they're agreeing to, and looking at the webpage that they propose, visitrainier.com with a /Buckley, people would be logging on to Visit Rainier, would have that option and can see that you could go here, there, and whatnot.
Correct.
and so Enumclaw, there's a bunch of different,
Yeah, if you're part of it, then yes, it would, going up the corridor, it would show you things that you could be doing.
yeah, not necessarily on 410.
Right.
Basic, yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right, anybody else? Question? Oh, Amanda.
Do we know for the speakers, when it says the city will be responsible for usage and maintenance, what fund would that come out of the budget when we are responsible for that? Would it be?
It could be LTAC dollars,
Oh,
future
okay.
requests,
It could be-
similar
okay.
to like the Veterans Memorial or the Foothills
Okay.
Museum where we partner on that. So potentially LTAC dollars or general fund would be the 2
Okay,
options.
thanks.
And it. I don't know, if Connie able to. If Connie, if you have any comments or want to make a comment, just make sure. Triva can see you or shout out and we'll. Interject you in there. Okay, any other questions, comments?
The Buckley Downtown Association, so if we approve this money for them to buy all that, where would they store that?
That would be something that they would have to figure out.
Oh, okay. And then why, just curious, why didn't you recommend the full amount they asked for?
They wanted to have an event planner, media consultant as well, and we didn't feel that that was good use of the LTAC dollars.
Okay.
We're hoping to have action on this tonight.
And there's a good balance and I think will it be next year before they'll come and ask again?
Right.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Denise.
Thank you.
All right. Council member comments and go to the order. Brandon.
PCRC updates.
Yeah.
Your favorite.
Yep.
So I wasn't able to give this one last meeting because I wasn't here and it would have been difficult to do over the phone. So PCRC met on June 20th. And it was a weirder meeting than normal, and that's saying a lot, because PCRC can sometimes be pretty weird. We actually canceled the meeting because they were having a competing AWC, like the big conference they do every year. And so a lot of the folks were gonna be there, so we weren't confident we get a quorum. Then after we canceled it, we found out there was an item that was put on the last second on the agenda that needed immediate action. And so we did a special meeting focused on this one item, and that was the TCC, Transportation Coordination Committee's Pierce County-wide federal funding competition to approve their recommendation. And so usually this one is often controversial, but this year was even more controversial. It was a really tight vote. We had recently voted on some rules that were kind of new for the competition from our part for the PCRC. And so this vote landed on 7 yeas and 6 nays. Which is fine, but the biggest conflict came, there was a number of projects, I think it was 5 projects that Sumner had that went through that were being recommended. One of them being a $5 million pedestrian bridge. City of Tacoma also had a $5 million project that was bumped from the list, and they were a little salty. And so they came in force, and then we're trying to, get a no vote on this recommendation going forward. The small cities, for our part, came through, and we got East Pierce what they needed and voted on the recommendation. Basically saying that, look, we all approve these rules, they're the rules, and this is what the recommendation fell on by playing by the rules. If you want to look at the rules next time and change them, that's something we can do. And so, the larger cities, they came to Tacoma side, but they got voted down by the small cities for once. It's kind of nice. Interestingly enough, we actually had a series of recommendations that would have benefited small cities this last year for this competition, and the large cities voted all the recommendations down, so not giving the small guys a chance, but UVR came on top anyway. So it was satisfying. And that is all that happened in PCRC meeting, and the next one I think is next Thursday.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I'd like to hear that.
Yeah.
A little turnabout is fair play. Okay. Any other council member comments? Good to the order. Connie, okay. All right, with that, we'll move into the consent agenda.
On tonight's consent agenda is approval of the minutes of the March 13th, 2023 city council meeting and approval of the minutes of the March 5th, 2024 city council study session.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion carries.
All right, regular agenda, first ordinance.
First item is an ordinance number 08-24, adopting the 2021 International Property Maintenance Code.
Move to approve ordinance number 8-24 to adopt the 2021 International Property Maintenance Code.
Second.
Okay, and Administrator Brunel is here for questions. If needed, anybody have any questions, concerns about this? Comments too? Nothing? Okay. All right. With that, I will have a roll call vote.
Smith,
Aye.
Burbank,
Yes.
Bender,
Yes.
Green,
Aye.
Arcano,
Yeah.
Anderson.
Yes.
Did I miss somebody?
Bergerson.
Ferguson, sorry.
Bergerson, Bergerson. Thank
Motion
you.
carries.
Okay. New business.
Next item is adoption of the city parks and facility naming policy.
Move to approve the city parks and facility naming policy.
Second.
Okay. And Director Snodgrass is here for questions, comments. If you have any questions, concerns. Yep,
Dave.
yeah.
They work really
Oh, got that. Just so Connie can hear you.
The commission can answer questions, if not better than I can. They have worked very hard on these and went through a lot of drafts and details and spent hours going through them. And I just want to commend their work on all three of these. It's been really great and productive meetings. So thank you to them and their time.
You bet. Great. Okay, anybody have any questions for any of the four ladies? Kenny?
Are we voting on them individually or? all at
Yes,
once?
individual.
Individual.
Yeah. Okay, that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions, comments? I know it's a lot to wade through, and of course, it's not in concrete. It's great work and things can move as we move forward, so. Okay. Thank you, Aaron.
Yep.
I think we're,
I got three.
yeah, there are two more after this. Okay, this is a regular vote.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Motion carries.
Did Tom vote? I don't know. I didn't hear her, so.
Next
It's
item.
a yes.
Yes.
Okay, thanks,
you.
Connie.
You're welcome.
Next item is adoption of the Park Enhancements Program Policy.
Move to approve adoption of the Park Enhancements Program Policy.
Second.
Second.
Okay. Again, any questions, comments, concerns? Attaboys, attagirls? Nothing? Okay. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All op-
Oh, it is.